Hey guys, so I have this thing about red lipsticks. I have a bunch of them and I don't hardly ever wear them. Why? We'll get into that. If you are like me and you have a drawer full of reds that you never wear because for whatever reason, get them out, play with them. If you don't have any red lipsticks, there is one out there for you. You've just got to give it a try. And there's plenty of cheap ones to try, right? So some of mine are drugstore, some of these are high end, all of them are beautiful. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start with moisturized plump lips while I talk through a couple of things here regarding red lipstick. I have numerous reds here in front of me to try with you guys. And here's the thing, I keep buying red lipsticks, but then I'm hesitant to wear them because it's almost like, what are you trying to do? And then also, if I have other makeup on my face, like I'm talking like full-on eyeshadow look and everything, I feel like it competes with that. So my preferred look is everything else being really simple. I don't have any eyeshadow on today. I do have foundation, I do have blush, bronzer, that sort of thing, but everything else needs to be very simple. So my hang-ups are something that we're going to talk about today when it comes to red lips. And also some of the things that I have found make it work for me more so than just slapping on any other color. And why is red so difficult for me? And it's got to be for other people too, because I don't see them wearing a lot of it. And when I do, it is striking and stunning. And I just want to be like, high five. That looks amazing. So some of the things that are hangups, I think primarily for people, are the fact that it's upkeep. It has a lot of upkeep, like high maintenance. So you have to be prepared for touch-ups throughout the day. You have to have your red lip with you. You have to bring a liner with you. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And then you better have a mirror, because if you don't, it is so quick to just go wherever. And if you try to eat in it, you're going to get that little red line underneath here. So there's long wear lipsticks. There's 2 or 3 long wear lipsticks that I have that I'm going to talk about that I have found take care of that aspect of it, but you still have to have upkeep. You still have to bring that with you, and you still want to check throughout the day about how it looks. So that's one thing. Eating, drinking, kissing, the same thing, but those long wear lipsticks do hold up better under those circumstances. And then another issue is that some people think that your blush and your eyeshadow and all that kind of stuff needs to have the same undertone, and really, I think that's a lot of extra rules that really aren't necessary, and that's why I prefer just kind of a blank face going into red lip look, because the red lips are what you want to really stand out, and they're going to anyway. If you're gonna use a red lip, you're gonna like be noticed, okay? And also, before I get on to anything else, let me just point this out. I just thought of this when I was fixing my shirt. It says Dolly Parton Vibes. It is my favorite new t-shirt. I got it on ThreadUp, so obviously it's not like you can go on there and absolutely find it again, but Google it, look on Amazon, I'm sure they're out there somewhere. My sweater is from Shine, that S website, and it is floor length cardigan. I think I got it for like 12 bucks. Amazing. I understand the quality is not going to last forever. That's okay. But anyway, back to the red lipstick thing. Yellow teeth. Why does some red lipstick make you look like you have yellow teeth? Because it doesn't have the right blue undertone. You have to try several different undertones to find which one looks right for you. Okay, it's not going to look like you have like blaring yellow teeth when you're wearing it if you have the right tone. So if you're afraid of trying different red lips, buy a couple different cheaper versions, like, you know, Nyx or Essence. Like, go to the store, go to the drugstore and look around. There are so many to choose from. Try a couple of different tones. Just pick out what stands out to you. Maybe get like 3 different ones, okay? And play with them and see which one is more flattering for you. And then when you find a tone or a shade that you like, if you want to invest in a more expensive lipstick, it's much more justifiable to do so when you know that you're already gonna like that tone. And I don't think a whole lot of us are going into Sephora or Ulta anymore and trying out lipsticks like we used to back in the day, because that's gross. So a couple of tips that I've found that the internet said will make my red lips look better is that I should make sure to plump and prepare my lips. Prep work is important. So I plump my lips up by using a Laneige lip mask while I'm doing the rest of my face. I do this almost every day anyway, so check. If you have dry, scaly lips, you might want to take that extra step to do like a lip scrub or something like that. Personally, I don't find that they do much at all for my lips. The internet also said a nude base is a good place to start. You want to have everything be kind of even tone, and that will make your red pop out even more. So we're gonna try that. It just so happens that I wore a powder foundation today, and I understand and anticipate that that's probably not gonna work the same under every lipstick. So let's see how that works under this first one. This is the KVD Epic Kiss, and this one is in the shade The Female Gaze. And I will swatch it for you first so that you can kind of see what we're looking at here. Very pretty. Another tip is to not bring it all the way to the corner. This goes on very nicely over that foundation. I like this. I like it. It is not a bright red though, like red. It's that more orangey tone. You should also be considering a lip liner. Now here's the thing. I'm not putting on lip liner 9 times over. I will do that on the shade that I want to wear at the end of this, and then I will show you what 3 different lip liners look like and kind of a trick that you can do if you don't have a red lip liner. But what do we think of this one? KVD Female Gaze. The next one I want to do, I know is not going to perform very well if I put a foundation base over it because it's already kind of a dry lipstick. This is the MAC Ruby Woo. This one, they say, is one that Marilyn Monroe used to wear. Good enough for me. But look at the difference here. See how pink that is versus the KVD one has an orange undertone. But if you didn't know any better, and I walked into the room 2 different times, once each wearing, why does that sound complicated? If you saw me on 2 different occasions and I was wearing these on one of these on each occasion, you would just be like, oh, she's wearing her red lipstick again. You wouldn't notice the difference. But when you look at the actual color involved, then you can kind of start to understand why some of them come out so differently on your lips. This is definitely one that I would need to put a liner with. Some maybe you might be able to get away with not having that, but this ain't the one. It is also a very pretty red. Now here's the thing. Look, I didn't take it to the edges. Do you see how it's kind of like that? That's a little better. I took it to the edge in the inside of my lip. Okay, now I'm just playing. But what do we think of this one here? I think this kind of, honestly, is that better? I was going to say I think it kind of washes me out, but it might be the light. However, are we seeing the yellow teeth? Not bad. In this particular light I am, and I can't, oh, in both close-ups I am. I would suggest if you're going to bring all this stuff with you and you're going to rock that red lip, you better also bring your foundation, because as you're touching up throughout the day, you're going to run around smearing it, and you're going to look like a kid who just ate a cherry popsicle. Next, I want to show you, oh, this is my favorite one, you guys. And I am so sorry they don't make it anymore. But it's Smashbox, and I was hesitant to put it in here. I really was, because you can't hardly find it. Well, they don't make it anymore, but you could still find it online if you liked it enough and you wanted to. This is Smashbox Made It Matte. This is the perfect blue undertone red. And I think you'll see what I'm talking about there. It looks like a brick red there, but it's, oh gosh, it's so pretty. It looks great. Now watch, I'll put it on and it'll look like crap. I'm gonna kind of dust off a little bit of that powder foundation that just got on my lips, because this is also a dry, it's literally Made It Matte. It's the color shade, but it basically goes on as matte as well. And I just went against everything I said about going in the corners with it too, and it looks ridiculous. So I'll just clean it up with a Q-tip. Again, something that having a good liner ahead of time will really help take care of for you, but I am a sucker for this. I think because it's darker, it's comfortable on my lips, it's just a nice formula, and I think for a red, it is really stunning. Now here's the thing, like, it's no joke. It needs a lot of upkeep. So because of that, I don't wear it very often, and that's sad because it's a beautiful product and I spent a lot of money on it. So I would like to be able to get to the point where I am utilizing these more often and getting my money's worth. So here's something I want to point out about not having a lip liner on. The red just really shows. It is Like, it's a traveling red. It is going on a road trip. And that road trip are the lines around your lips. And that's not okay. But this is one of those that has such a nice blue undertone that when you smile, you don't have to worry about yellow teeth. Up next, this is the Give collection. This is Gwen Stefani's makeup line, and this is in the shade Original Recipe. And the cute thing about this is the little size that you can have 3 different formulas in. It's all the same color, Original Recipe, and it's in Anaheim Shine, Original Me, and I'm Still Here. And I will just swatch one of them because they're all the same, but I want you to see what a beautiful red this one is. This is the long-lasting one. Probably not the best one to go ahead and swatch on my hand. This one. That is so beautiful. And maybe more along the lines of what we think of when we think of true red, right? Because who doesn't think of red lips when it comes to Gwen Stefani? She is like the queen of gorgeous red lips. I haven't tried the I'm Still Here one yet. This is her long lasting. Let's see how this goes on. It smells like cake batter. I'm not 100% sure because I'm trying not to get too excited, but I think I might love this. Oh, wow, those look... Dang. Okay, Gwen. I have full size of the Original Recipe in Anaheim Shine, and I love that color. It's beautiful, but this is comfortable on the lip. Okay, it's starting to get a little bit of that matte, sticky feel. But, wow. It has a saturation of color that I don't think, unless I bring my phone right up here and, like, put you in my face, it's weird. I don't think you can appreciate. This is definitely a potential for wearing full day. Next. Okay, so this next one is fairly new. I just bought this here recently. This is the Sephora Rouge Lacquer Long-Lasting Lipstick, and mine is in the shade Empowered, which just looking at it like that, you're like, yeah, that's red, right? That's red? No. 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 It's orangey brown. But look at it on my lips. First of all, this goes on amazingly. It is so comfortable. Soft, smooth. Feels like you have a balm on your lips, but you have the color, the saturation of a lipstick. Tell me I'm not wearing a red lipstick. I think it's really pretty, but I'm including it in this video because I want you to see the difference between what can look like a red lip versus so many other shades of red and how they can pull differently. This one doesn't do the yellow teeth thing either, I don't think. Not too bad. But this is, out of everything I have here, the most comfortable. All right, so now we're moving into the drugstore. And the first one from the drugstore is the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lip. And this is in the shade Kitten Hills. This is really pretty. And this is one of those that is going to be a longer lasting one. But I've played with this one before and worn it, and it's super high maintenance. Now look at the orange in that. Let's do it. Wow, this is so comfortable on the lips. I would say that the Sephora one is more comfortable as far as long-term goes because this is going to dry down a little bit. If you like that orangey red, that like cherry tomato red, that's a good description of this one. Ah, it's so pretty. And I just cannot get over the difference from all these other shades that on their own, you'd be like, oh yeah, that person's wearing a red lip. Okay, another one from the drugstore, and this is another touted long-lasting one, and this is the Maybelline Vinyl Lip, and mine is in the shade Wicked. Sorry, I keep pulling away from you to swatch, but I can't. I don't know, like I can't swatch backwards. So pretty, but that pink undertone is really there, right? I'm glad I'm not super zoomed in because you would see all the unevenness, but I have to tell you, I love this one too. I think it's so pretty, but it definitely carries that pink undertone. Yo, why did I get so crazy with that swatch? Super wide. We're narrowing that because we have more to do. Now, the Maybelline Vinyl Lip, this is one that is not going anywhere. Like, you're going to have to take it with you because you have to touch up. But I just went over this with my whole lips with a wet wipe. And all it did was remove the top layer, and it's left like this pinkish red stain, which is pretty. I could rock this for the rest of the day. It's not bad at all. But you have to put forth some effort to remove it. If anything, sitting down filming this video, I am reminding myself how much I love these colors and how I don't need to have a full-on big glam makeup day in order to enjoy one of these. They're beautiful with just a simple face. They're beautiful without any makeup. Have you ever seen a really beautiful model just wearing red lipstick? Stunning. Okay, so this last drugstore lipstick is the new one from L'Oreal. It's their Infallible Matte, and mine is in the shade Le Rouge Paris. Fun fact about this one, while I swatch it, this is supposed to be a dupe for what Taylor Swift wears on tour. Oh, that is so beautiful too. And I have not worn this one out yet. I've only played with it very briefly. So we're gonna kind of go through this together here. This is beautiful. You guys, there are so many good products that have just been sitting in my drawer and I haven't been using because I've been having big ideas about there being a problem with it. But look at that. It goes on really creamy and it moves around. So it's definitely one to have a liner with. Wow. I think that the other thing that comes into play when it comes to this yellow teeth business is lighting. It really is, because I have 3 different lights in front of me right now. This is my close-up, so when you see me looking this way, it's because I'm trying to see what I'm doing. And then on this side is just a nice big well-lit like Hollywood light style mirror. And this one keeps giving me yellow teeth vibes. And this one's just offensive in general because it's close up. But looking in the camera and looking in my video, it looks like the teeth are brighter. Okay, so it's been like a minute. You see that? Yeah, so it's definitely got that stickiness to it, and that's okay because there's nothing on here that says it's going to be moisturizing or super comfortable. If that's an issue for you, that's definitely something to take into consideration with this one. But the color, yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's this one. Maybe I should do this first. I'm going to narrow down my favorites. So I think that this L'Oreal one, this NYX one, here I am grabbing all these long wear things. Yeah, because I guess I feel more safe doing that. Like, I don't think it's going to travel as much as like my Smashbox. If I don't use lip liner with Smashbox and constantly refresh it throughout the day and check it, I'm going to be in my head the whole time wondering what's going on. Like, where did my lips go? Whose house are they at? I really like this one too. This is that Maybelline one. And can I also point out, these are all the drugstore ones. But yo, that Give one that's long lasting, that's really cool. Something about this one though, there's something about this NYX one, the orangey is almost kind of jumping out at me today. So let's play with that one. Let's do that. Can we just talk about the fact that I just tried to take a wet wipe to this L'Oreal one and you can't tell at all? There's a little bit on the wet wipe, but you can't tell. I'm just using a little bit of the Milani Rose Oil on a wet wipe. The combination seems to do a nice job. That makes me feel very confident about using it throughout the day. Maybe I will go with that one. You know what? We are going to do that one. We are going to do the new L'Oreal one, and also in honor of the fact that it is most similar to my lip liners that I want to show you. These two are the NYX one, and I also have a Milani one, but I wanted to point out that with this NYX one, this one is the Suede Matte, and this is in the color Kitten Hills, and this one is just the plain NYX lip liner, and it is in Hot Red. I think that's just their lip pencil crayon. So here's matte and hot red, and those are really, really similar. It's just the matte one you can tell is almost a little bit more dry looking. So let's go with the hot red, and on one half of my lip I'm going to use that, and on the other half of my lip I am going to go in with this Milani one that is a nude. And why am I doing that? Because it doesn't match at all, because you don't have to have a red lip liner. Listen, it's better if you do, but if you're desperate and you need one, grab a nude one, something that matches the color of your lips naturally, and go in with that. Did you know, do nude on this side, they also make clear lip liner. I have not been able to find one yet though in store to really like check it out. I find that when I'm using a pink or nude. I primarily gravitate towards nude lip liners, and I don't even use lip liners all that often. That if I'm going to do that, it's easy to overline with a nude lip liner because it doesn't stand out as much, right? So like on this side I have the red, and on this side I have the nude. And I'm going to show you first with this Sephora one, just because it's easiest to take off and I'm not going to walk around like this all day, how you can go over and get away with a nude lip liner. And you don't absolutely need red. Do you see any of that lip liner coming through? No. No, the answer is no, you don't. So you can totally get away with using a nude if you don't have red. But I would recommend that you get a red one. I actually just ordered the Give line. They have a new red lip liner. I ordered that, but it didn't arrive in time for me to include it in this video. That can be something I can show you guys later. But really, you can get away with this. This is fine. Now let's go in with a red liner and give it a true polished look. I'm just gonna touch up a little bit here. I already colored out the lines. This is not the creamiest of lip liners that are out there, but I find that it has good staying power. All right, so now going in with that L'Oreal, beautiful shade. The applicator on this is really nice. It's a good shape. It helps you to make a really nice clean line along your edge. This lip is not going anywhere. So I think the best tips that the internet showed me are honestly this thing about having your lips well moisturized. It is absolutely necessary. Put some balm on while you're doing the rest of your makeup. And then the other thing that I think has really helped is the color block color thing for when you're using a traditional lipstick is great. But if you're using something like this, that's a long wearing like this L'Oreal, think if I went in and blotted, nothing's going to come off. It's not taking anything off that top layer. So that isn't really going to help you when you're using that kind of product. But this is the one for the day. This is what we're going to do. We're going to try this out. Maybe when I get that Give liner, I'll have better results with it, even more so. I will update in the notes below about the wear. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me while we work through together my fear of red lipsticks and reminding me, and hopefully you got reminded as well, that it's doable. Just got to find a way to make it work for you and get your stuff out and play with it. Comment which one you liked the most, and then if you have a go-to red lip that you think that I need to check out, let me know that one as well. I will be very curious to hear if any of you guys have tried this L'Oreal one yet. That again is in the shade 420. Le Rouge Paris. This is it. Taylor Swift. You ain't got nothing on my lips today. Okay, yeah, you do. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you had fun with me, and have a great day. Bye.